I'm sure you can guess what happens next, but let's take it back to the beginning.
Welcome back to Smarty Van. I'm at the Impossible Railroad in Southern California. I'm Mike, and today I'm with my best bud Dallas, and he's built something cool he's gonna show you. It's not home automation in a van, but it is an adventure mobile, and he even built an expedition trailer to go with it. We'll talk about the details in a little bit, but for now, let's ride. Whoops, looks like we're gonna need a new drone. I'll take this opportunity to say that we just achieved the YouTube partnership program, so that means we can turn on memberships and super thanks and other things like that. So I've activated super thanks down below this video, and if you wanna help out, we need a new drone. All right, back to the video. Okay, so why are we here today? We're not automating in a van, but we are doing some pretty fun stuff with vehicles. I think we sit around and talk about YAML a little too often, so I wanted to get out in nature and do something cool and take a look at Dallas's rail car. Our day jobs are actually in advertising. We make TV commercials together. Dallas is a cinematographer and I'm a director. We spend a lot of time on set solving problems. Sometimes we're working with motion control and high-speed robots, and we have to take anything that comes at us. But this is where we put our general skills to use, and when it's time to have fun, we put those into our hobbies. I built a van that's fully home automated to live in, and Dallas built a rail car. Being a generalist is great. All right, I just wanted to give you guys a chance to get to know me a little bit better. So in just a second, I'll have Dallas take you through his train cart, and then we'll go back to camp and take a look at his custom expedition trailer with a linear actuated rooftop tent. All right, let's see if he'll give us a tour. All right, so what do you call this thing?
This is the Sterling Limited Loco Motivator.
And what is a loco motivator?
Well, this is a rail cart, and so it's basically a go-kart on train wheels that will get you up and down abandoned rails. And it's made out of 6061 aircraft aluminum to keep it light and strong, with a wood top, a couple of Tommy Bahama chairs, and some jump seats in the front. Then you've got a 224cc Harbor Freight engine here, the Predator 224. Powering it via a torque converter down to a chain sprocket. I've got a couple different gear ratios. Currently, this is a 5-to-1. They're split sprockets, so they can be changed in the field if you need a different gear ratio. The starter here is powered by a AGM battery here in this box with an on-demand air compressor to run the horn to let the hikers and the other train people know you're coming. And then I've got a little instrument cluster up here that's got altimeter, speed, GPS, engine temp, engine RPM, battery voltage, and then the electric start. It has a master cylinder to run the hydraulic brake system that I ripped off of an old race bike. So you've got real large rotors and calipers down here to stop this thing on a dime.
Okay, so tell us about the wheels. I noticed that they don't just look like cylinders.
Yeah, these are actual conical railroad wheels that have a differential effect to them that I purchased from a company that makes them for rail bikes. They're made out of a real durable, hard polyurethane plastic, so they're fairly quiet. They've got a little give to them, and they're non-conductive. So the rest of it then I fabricated myself. I got a TIG welder and taught myself how to TIG weld, and it welded all the connections, and then also mechanically connected everything with through bolts to make it extra strong.
Okay, so how do you go about designing something like this?
I use SketchUp for just about everything in my life. That, 3D printing, metalworking, woodworking, you name it, I use SketchUp. I even use it for previs for film work. But I built out the entire frame out of, aluminum parts in SketchUp. And then once I had a design that I was happy with, I fabricated it based on that cut list. I designed these handles that are stored here, and they slot in any direction in all of the corners of the train. So you can do a sort of Cleopatra style lift on either side. If you have 4 people, you can do 1 person per corner and have them facing out. Going up and down the trailer, they can go vertically. And they also help to move the caboose on and off the track.
Okay, what the hell is this wheel on the front?
In the same spirit of the handles, this wheel that I call the landing gear is multi-purpose. It's stored there, and when it comes down around the front, I slot it into the front, use the handles on the rear, and I can wheelbarrow the train on and off the track quickly, as well as roll the caboose on and off the track using the wheel.
Cool, super modular design. Okay, thanks for the details, Dallas. This thing is awesome. I highly recommend, if you have the chance, take a ride on a rail cart. It's like having your own private Disneyland. If you have questions for Dallas, drop them in the comments, and I'll make sure he's stalking the comments and helping answer those for me, since I don't know everything about this amazing design. We're gonna jump back on the train, right back to camp, and we'll give you a look at the Expedition trailer. All right, let's get going. All right, we're back at camp, and I thought I'd have Dallas take you through his custom Expedition trailer. That's right, this is not an off-the-shelf piece. This is 100% custom. It has a little piece of home automation that makes life a little easier, but let's have Dallas show you around. All right, so clearly this thing is custom. I see it's a carry-on utility trailer, but it doesn't resemble that anymore.
As far as I know, there's no affordable train hauling trailer that exists already. So yeah, I went ahead and got a utility trailer that's, basically for hauling gardening equipment or whatnot. And I started with the basics for hauling the train, which would be the rails to allow the rig to roll up and drop into the 3D custom printed wheel chocks. And then I welded on a hitch for the caboose to go in a vertical orientation to save space. And then after that, I kind of realized, I could also turn this into a camp kitchen, camp trailer type of a rig with all the extra space on top. So I built this cage that allows for the rooftop tent on top. And I kind of whipped up this custom table that flips down and put a tire table on the spare. And little by little, this thing sort of evolved into more of an adventure camp trailer that I've actually taken out without the train sometimes, just to take it camping.
Okay, I know there's actuators here. It might be tough to see now, but tell us why this thing needs to move.
Yeah, well, during transit, you don't want the load too high. I mean, it's a dynamic load, so you don't want it up high for aerodynamic reasons and safety reasons and all that. But when you get to the campsite, you don't want to bang your head on this thing either when it flips out. So I added a couple different heights that it can go to so that you can work underneath, which kind of enables this camp kitchen. And it's a continuation of the awning, so you get a little bit of cover from the elements in the rainier, colder months.
And those are motorized, so how do they work?
Yeah, so they just work off a 12 volt. I've got a jackery over here that I plug into the electronics that are hidden inside the box there. And then there's a key fob that literally lets you drive this thing up and down. And you can drive it in multiple positions and then drop the pins in. Although you don't really need the pins. They have a 480-pound hold strength on each of the actuators. But it's nice to have a little bit more rigid hold when you're up there moving around. The latest addition are these 4 drop leg jacks that I have on the corners that allow me to kind of XYZ level this thing pretty quickly, and made for a really nice, level, stable sleep last night.
All right, awesome. So it's kind of the go anywhere train hauling custom expedition trailer. Is this thing ever finished?
No, it'll never be finished. I'll keep finding things that I want to add to it. Who knows what it'll do next? Maybe it'll fly.
Awesome, thank you.
Or go through time.
All right, I hope you enjoyed the tour of a custom rail cart and a custom expedition trailer. Don't worry, we will get back to home automating in a van in the new year. If you have questions for Dallas about either the train or the trailer, drop them in the comments below and we'll do our best to answer them. Until next time, safe travels.